Reading out aloud this review here from the DWRG for The Brain of Morbius. I Don't Think You're in the First Rank Anymore by Will Jones, 16th of the 6th, 99. Well, it seems like the contributors to this review page aren't overly impressed with The Brain of Morbius. Damning of faint praise is the term, I believe. As far as I'm concerned, this is not a story for faint praise. This is a damn fine adventure. I'll not deny that it's not Baker's best story, but then it would have to be pretty good if it were to be better than the likes of Genesis of the Daleks, Deadly Assassin, Robots of Death, etc., etc. But it isn't the switch your brain off stuff that the other reviewers seem to believe. Okay, the scripts aren't the most complex ever written for Doctor Who, but what do you expect? After all, Terrance Dicks wrote them. Not every story can be Ghostlight, you know. I also disagree that Philip Maddock makes Solon into just another run-of-the-mill megalomaniac. He gives one of the most perfectly acted portrayals of any villain over the 26 years of the series. This isn't just a fanatic without any background or character, he's believable and a really strong character. I detect the hand of Robert Holmes, the god of characterization, in his lines. Personally, I'd have liked to have seen Maddock rather than Anthony Ainley as the Master. Not to say Ainley was weak, it's just that Maddock was exceptionally strong. Lots of padding? No, just because a story is full of subplots doesn't necessarily make it padding. In this case, it gives it more depth and keeps it entertaining. For down-and-out entertainment value, Doctor Who never got better than this. For a tale originated by Terrance Dicks, not my all-time favourite writer, this is exceptionally good stuff. Okay, so it's not imaginative, stealing from Frankenstein, Hammer Horror, and a million other things, but I like it. Tom gives a good performance too, making great use of the angry/shocked whisper technique he had perfected by this time, as in his line, "Why did I get that impression?" Morbius too is really cool. You get a strong sense of his personality despite being just a brain in a jar or a bizarre monster. Should have liked to see more of the monster stuff after he got his intelligence back. The effects are great, in particular the shot where the brain falls onto the floor. Gruesome, but looks excellent. I think this is more than simply an enjoyable adventure. I think it's a true classic, a story that narrowly misses out in my top 10. It's a runaround, yes, but it's got far more depth than the typical story of that type. Never dull, always involving, thought-provoking, with some really great lines. Solon's speech about the sisterhood at the beginning of part 2 is a classic. The Brain of Morbius is up there with the best of Tom.